Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Largobliss channels, where we are going to talk very briefly about Diablo 3 beta patch 15. And I will bring them up right there, and let's see what we can see. We will start from the top and just go through them. So first of all, all characters have been wiped, and this will also affect gold items, auctions, achievements, followers and artisans. So everything is, well, blown away. There is nothing left. I assume it affects the chest as well, everything like that. Which means that it is a fresh start for people who are coming in. I think it was a big swipe with new keys yesterday, or maybe Thursday, I'm not really sure. And that means that, well, now no one has nothing. And let's look further down. We have Battle.net authenticators has been enabled for Diablo 3 beta test. That is something that I noticed while trying to log in earlier today. It's asking for, well, my authenticator key. Not that difficult. I really like that. I've been a bit worried. I'm not really sure if my password and username is somewhere out there. Someone could potentially just play with my game, and they can't really do that much. I cannot really destroy that much since it's just a beta, and they will not be able to go onto my Battle.net accounts on the internet. But still, now it's a bit more safe. The gold auction house for hardcore characters is now available for testing. That is something I like. I want to try that out as soon as possible. And, well, because I prefer to play hardcore, and hopefully what I really would like to see, but I understand if they do not implement that, is real money auction house for hardcore characters. And they were talking about how they wanted to not have it for hardcore, because they do not want people to pay real money for things and then go out and die and they're just gone. That would be just a big waste of money. But I read somewhere, I think it's a Twitter post or something like that, cannot confirm it right now, and I'm not in the mood to look it up, but I think they said something like, if people really want hardcore real money auction house, they will look into it. They didn't say that they would give us that, but it is not completely out of the question, and that is something that I really like. And a new quest selection feature has been added. Cannot check that out right now. We'll talk about that in the end, I think. Okay, moving on. Accessed from the main screen. Well, let's do that once again. Accessed from the main character screen. Okay, so it's a continuation there. If you look real close, it's kinda close to that. Well, what does it do? Access from the main character screen. This feature will allow players to select which stage of completed or in progress quest they wish to start at when resuming the game. Moving on, the cost of the first and second shared damn it, I'm talking too fast. Let's do it slowly. The cost of the first and second shared stash tabs have been increased. First tab from 50,000 to 100,000 gold, and the second tab from 150,000 to 200,000. So that is now quite expensive. Let's see, the level at which character skills and skill runes are unlocked have been adjusted for most classes, and the treasure goblins now drop slightly better loot and less junk. And if you do not know what a treasure goblin is, it is a little goblin, and when you strike him he will drop gold. If you kill him he will give you loot, and but if you're not quick enough he will just teleport away and you will cry. And that is a feature in the game that will kill so many hardcore characters for me, because I will see one of those guys and I will be like, he is going down, and then he's running away from me and I'm just chasing him past things and I die. So I can see how that will kill many of my characters, but it is totally worth it. Moving on to classes here. We'll start with a monk with one active skill, and that is Dashing Strike. Now converts to basic attack if you're out of spirit. That is something I like. I think all melee, well, all spells, I would like to see everything, at least almost everything, especially all melee attacks should convert to basic attack, because it's annoying, you know, trying to do attack and it's like, not enough spirit, or whatever he's saying, I'm not really sure, and just stands there looking like a fool. So that is good. I think could be nice if they implemented that on the wizard using the wand and things like that as well. Well, let's move on. Witch Doctor. Mana cost for all skills have been adjusted. I'm not sure if it's more or less expensive now, but there is a difference at least. And I will let you check that out in a future video. Let's move on there. Corpse Spiders. Active skills we're talking about there. Weapon damage decreased from 24% to 16%. I think that is a fair change. They really dealt a lot of damage. You know, you get 4 spiders out, you can throw them quite fast. And they do strike quite fast, and when they jump to your enemies as well, they will... each spider will attack 2 or 3 times, which meant that earlier on 4 spiders, let's say it was 25%, it is easier to calculate with. That would have given you 4 spiders, that was 100%. They strike 3 times each, that's 300% damage, and you can just throw a lot of those. I think it's a good change, especially since it's ranged attack as well. 5 bats, weapon damage increased from 100% to 150%. Do you like that change as well? I like how they prefer, you know, really close combat spells to be more potent. They should deal more damage because you're in the enemy's faces. And moving on to Haunt, weapon damage increased from 360 to 575. That is a big increase, and that means that Haunt might be very, very potent in the future. And especially if, as you know, you can have 3 of them up at the same time. So you can have 3 different targets. If that target dies, it would jump to a nearby target. And also, if you want to kite bosses forever, you cast 1 of those, and then you run and cry for a while, and then you cast a new one, and so on and so forth. Poison Dart. Damage over time reduced from 50% to 40% weapon damage. No big deal about that. Soul Harvest. And now displays how many targets are affected on the ability stack count. Well, sure. Why not? That's... what the... what have I pressed? Okay, so I can't scroll anymore. Let's do it like this then. Can. Well, let's make it bigger then. For some reason, well, I pressed some button on something, and now I can scroll, but I can zoom in and out. But now you people might actually see the text here, so that's good, I guess. So let's go to followers. Templar. Of course, that's the only one in the beta. The non-hide version of the Templar has had its damage reduced and will now deal approximately the same amount of damage as the hide version, which is really, really low, right? So now I hope that it will boost that up a bit for retail. I think it's 15% weapon damage, which means that if he should strike like 20 or something like that on a strike, he will deal like 1 or 2 in damage. So, well, really, really low right now. And the intervene skill radius is decreased from 10 to 6 yards, I think it is. And scrolling, no, still not scrolling down for some reason. Did I press scroll lock? No, that's not. Well, never mind. The monster fix Thorns has been named Reflects Damage. And Yondar poison damage has been increased as well. And some bug fixes as well in this patch. Players should no longer receive error message regarding the started edition of Diablo 3. Buying extra stash space in normal mode and no longer expand their stash space in hardcore mode. Hardcore characters will now be correctly placed into a separate queue from normal characters when using public game to queue for quests. And the name of the player's real IG and battle tags the name of a player's real IG and battle tag friends should no longer appear as brackets when chatting with them. Well, just they should be within brackets, not just the brackets themselves. And this is of course something that I like. I like that they're continuing to patch the game, even though it's just in beta still and about 2 months to go to release. But this release, well, the release of this patch was not smooth at all. I think the servers have been down for quite some time right now. I think it took them down around 6 o'clock CET yesterday, and as you can see down there, it's now, well, what is it? 11:30. Damn it, PM. So over 24 hours of downtime. They got it up last night about 10 CT, but I just took them down again. Problems with people logging, I think it was. So they're still struggling with that, and if you just give me a second, I will give you an update on that as well. If I can, why cannot I? Well, let's just ignore that. Let's go to. I'm just surfing around on the internet. Should be. There we go. I will bring it up right there. Let's zoom in on it as well. We are continuing to work to resolve issues that developed during the deployment of beta patch 15. The beta test will be unavailable until further notice. We apologize for the inconvenience and will provide further updates as they become available. That was written at 12:24 PM PDT. So we just have to wait and see. And if the servers are working tomorrow, we'll see if I can get some content up. I'm not really sure what I will do, but there's always something you can do. That will be everything for right now. Thank you everybody, and goodbye.